Well, good morning or afternoon or good evening, wherever you are. I am with a friend of mine. So if you wouldn't mind, please tell us who you are and what do you do?
Well, good afternoon. I am Miss Lara Puente. I work as a second grade bilingual teacher in elementary school. Um,
What do you teach all the subjects in your class, or do you just teach a certain subject?
well, this year I start to teach only two subjects: social study and language art.
Okay. Okay. So reading, basically reading is your focus.
Uh-huh.
Okay. With the
Reading and
with the
writing,
bilingual kids or emerging bilinguals.
emerging bilingual.
Yes. Okay. Awesome. Well, if you wouldn't mind, please, can you tell um, or talk about what was your situation before you started working with me?
Well, my situation working before you was like normal. I just follow the what we need to follow, no, the standard that they give us. Sometimes I just look a lot other resources that for feel like I'm doing right. When you enter to my class, I'll be honest with you. Uh, First, I didn't like. I said, "Oh, I now I have a person looking at me. What I doing? Blah blah." Then the night, I know you start at 9:30, right? And I say, "Well, it's 9:40, and Mr. Alonso knows," because I feel secure in the way that when I write something, I look at you to look for you approve is right or not.
Oh,
And sometimes, yes, I don't know if you notarize that. And sometimes when I'm speaking something, I'm looking at you if I said in the right way with the right pronunciation. Because this year is a big challenge. I need to teach three groups language art.
hmm,
That is a lack for me in English too,
yeah,
especially for one group that is the group that you are here. And I know some like two students know more English than me,
uh-huh.
and it's a challenge because I don't want the pressure that the kid is very cruel, and I don't want they laugh at me. No, sometimes they're honest; they don't know, you know, and it's a big challenge. And now I feel more relaxed in the way that it's a big help to have you in my class, not only looking me for approve if I am speaking right or I'm writing right. In the way that when I'm doing my centers, I don't have the time for everybody, every day. And it's the big help you help the other kids, hmm, when they can go to my center.
hmm.
And it's wow. I know these kids getting more, how I say in English, like learning. They are learning. They show progress. And
Right. Okay.
mhm.
So you mentioned some challenges, and now that we've worked together a bit, um, how has that how has that changed? Has have you learned something new, put it into practice? How has that changed for you now?
Oof, changed a lot. The one thing that I need to say that is thank you. I remember the day when you come close to me, to Miss Lara Puente, you have a minute, and you start to give me some advice for my center, my reading center. And I said, well, okay. And I feel this day, I feel entering my vein. I say, okay, let me do it. Let me do it. And I stay more late in the school, and I went to the place that have the books. And I took the book for levels to make. and all the advice that you gave me. Then the next day, the principal was entering my classroom to, you know,
Uh-huh.
to how you call to
Observe.
observe
Yeah.
me, and I did everything that you said. And she said, "Oh, Miss Aracuente, you rock in your reading center. I feel so thankful for
Oh, wow.
all
That
the
was at
advice
your
that
your
you gave
teacher
me."
table? Your teacher
Yes,
table? Okay.
my teacher table. Thank you to you.
Oh, no.
Thank you, Eileen. Thank you to you.
No,
I
no,
follow
no.
everything that you recommend to me, and was wow,
Okay.
really. I appreciate that from the bottom of my heart.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Well, you're too kind. You're too
Yes.
kind. Well, that speaks a lot to you. You were humble, and you listened, and you put into practice. So, well done.
Yeah.
Congratulations to you there. Um, so now, like right now, how do you feel about your situation? Um, has anything has anything changed, or how does it feel for you now compared to how you started till right now? How does that feel for you now?
Now I feel very confident because in the way that if I don't know something or I want to know more, uh, like a lesson that I need to teach, I'm waiting for you. I said, let me ask to Mr. Lonro because we have the big opportunity with you that you know both languages, and it's wow.
Hmm.
Um, like I also use a lot of advice in my reading center,
Uh-huh.
giving me advice
Yeah.
about a writing center too that give a picture and then ask some question and they can helping the student to write more because it's a big challenge in the school with the kids. They don't want to write anything. They
Right.
like no ideas come from. And now I feel wow, I can do this, I can do that. Thank you to Mr. Lonru that he recommend to me all these ideas,
Mm-hmm.
and sometimes I'm waiting for you. Oh, maybe this is. Let me ask to Mr. Lonru is good for my center or for this that. I feel good. I feel like I
Okay.
have a support.
Okay. Awesome. Okay. So what would you say? What would you say to a school or a district that has seen my content and that is thinking of working with me? What would you say to them?
Well, I will tell to the school district that you are a very important or very good resource that every school needs because you know what now I don't know in other country but in another state but in Texas
Huh?
there's a lot of new commerce
Yeah.
students.
Yeah.
It's something like I never see before.
Right.
I'm here since 2007 and it's like you can see a student that like have in my second grade they don't even know how read, they don't even know no English and no Spanish. Is something like very worry about it.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
have you is something that even the kids feel like relaxed and the way they look at you and then when you start to speak Spanish they feel like ooh I have somebody that can help me that can
Right.
understand me and can teach me English but at the same time speak Spanish.
Uh-huh.
I feel the same way
Okay.
and I feel like you are a very good resource for these newcomers and bilingual students.
Okay.
Like every
Awesome.
school need it. Every school need this support. And like you have your class, the newcomers, help the student. What you doing? Help in the class,
Mm-hmm.
and they don't look like behind.
Awesome.
Mm,
Awesome.
yeah,
Well,
that I
great.
feel. Yeah.
Yeah. Any advice that you would have to give to any teachers out there?
Well, you know me. I am very strict teacher. I feel like rules, uh, the schedule. We need to follow this structure.
Uh-huh.
for discipline.
Right.
If you don't have any classroom control, the kids can't learn.
Yeah.
And I feel you can be nice, but you need to put your passion on it.
Uh-huh.
And it's kind of hard because this day the kids have a little strange behavior than before. I can see
Right.
since I started in 2007. But you need to have the control of your classroom and just look for help. Sometimes I feel embarrassed, how can be possible as this? But I say, I don't care. I want to give my student the best. I need to ask somebody for
Right.
it.
Yeah. Yeah. Good deal. Okay. And well, thank you, Miss Laracuente. You've been very kind, sharing your time. And let's finish. For those friends who speak Spanish, also, why don't you give like a real quick summary in Spanish to finish off?
Ok. Bueno, para mí ha sido un placer trabajar con Mr. Lonru, este recurso, en el sentido de que la prioridad son los estudiantes, la prioridad son los niños. Y tener una persona que te puede ayudar a mejorar la lectura, la escritura de los niños es sumamente importante, porque la maestra no lo puede hacer todo. Cuando tú tienes que enseñar en inglés y tienes un grupo de estudiantes que no saben leer o no se les hace difícil aprender el ABC, el abecedario, y tú tienes una persona que es una ayuda, es muy importante para los estudiantes poder progresar. Yo puedo decir que Mr. Onru ha ayudado a algunos amiguitos de mi clase que han subido de niveles de lectura rápidamente, y eso es favorable para no solo para el niño, es para la maestra, para el distrito también. Para mí ha sido de beneficio tener a Mr. Onru en mi clase. Me da seguridad en el sentido de yo también a veces tengo problemitas en pronunciar algunas palabras en inglés y busco como su aprobación, como, ok, lo estaré diciendo bien, déjame preguntarle, y así me siento segura de que no quiero enseñarle algo incorrecto a mis estudiantes, ¿ves? Y entonces es de un gran recurso. Estamos viviendo en un mundo ahora, en este momento, de que están llegando muchos niños que le llamamos los newcomers, y necesita la escuela una persona como usted para darle ese apoyo a los estudiantes, porque no solamente, por ejemplo, yo en segundo grado, hay niños de quinto que llegan nuevos y veo que se les hace sumamente difícil, se sienten perdidos, y yo sé que cuando van con usted, ellos se sienten más relax, se sienten que tienen a alguien que los va a ayudar, que los entiende en los dos idiomas. Que eso es algo, wow, créanme. Y nada, siento que cada distrito escolar debería de tener este recurso para los niños, porque ellos le da mucha depresión en el sentido de que no me entienden, y cómo voy a hacer esto si no lo entiendo. Se sienten apoyados. Sí, entiendo eso. Y nada, yo le doy las gracias a usted por sus ayudas, por sus recomendaciones, sus consejos, que los he seguido y me hacen resultado perfectamente bien.
Okay, muy amable. Mil gracias. And once again, thank you, Ms. Laracuente. I appreciate your time. And with that, we will end.